All right, all right. So I want to go ahead and welcome Nacho back to You Have a Collect Call From. How are you doing today, Nacho?
I'm doing great, man. Just chilling.
Hey, how,
Uh,
how you been? It's been a few months since the last time you came and you met up with me.
yeah, maybe a year, no? It's
Nah, that hasn't
not
been
that
that long.
much.
I think the last time was I think like in April. The
Oh
last
yeah,
time we
oh
met
yeah,
up
you're right. Yeah, April.
when we met up on the railroad
Yeah.
tracks with
Oh
with
yeah.
Sid and everybody, man.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. My cousin Tony, everybody, yeah, they were pretty cool. It was a pretty cool day. But yeah, happy to be here. Honestly, happy to run into you in Las Vegas, out of all places, right? And I happen to roll by here for work, but we'll be able to talk about that and share that a little bit later. But yeah, man, just happy to be here.
For sure. Anything exciting going on in your life right now?
Man. So, I mean, I have permission to mention it. So, I was blessed to have an opportunity to uh, to be the production manager for a tour, I believe it's over 30 cities. We've done about 30 cities so far, and we got a few more cities left to go. We're in Vegas now. We have a show tomorrow night for Snow the Product. So, I was blessed to happen to meet her and work with her on a project, on a music video, and just uh, honestly, I'm truly blessed, to be able to be on the tour with them, to be on the bus, to get to know them, to get to know their family, how they grind it, and how they make a show happen. And yeah, I mean, to me, the exciting part is just having those responsibilities and learning and showing up, just showing up. That's it. That's all I can say, man. That's what's exciting for me right now. Yeah.
Let me ask you something, Nacho. Let's say 4 years ago, could you imagine where you're at right now in your life?
I'm gonna say yeah. I'm gonna say maybe not on a tour bus, maybe in a movie studio doing what I've been doing, but I certainly didn't sell myself short, and I wanted to talk about that today. And I think that you know sometimes you gotta put your chin down and just take them, and keep on pushing, because this world out here, man, it's you just gotta show up. You gotta. It's not about. There comes a point. I was sharing with you, James, earlier in the car over here. I mean, maybe if you, some of you guys understand it or not, but if you pick it up, you pick it up. That there's gonna come a point that it's not about who you know, it's about what you know. And I'm telling you that because I experienced that not too long ago when I started this tour. That didn't matter who I knew. That day, I had to do it. It was about what I knew. And I choked up, bro. I fucked up. A lot of shit went wrong, and I got chewed out, and I deserved it because it's not me. I'm representing something. People are not gonna say, "Oh, that dude in the back was the one that fucked up." No, it's a person that has a faith in you that brings you along, right? That you honor that. You honor that connection. You honor that responsibility. And I choked up, and it took me a few shows to get it. And I'm barely, I'm so many shows in, and I'm still learning so much. Now we're gonna add things, right? So, but it's a process. And like I said, that day, it wasn't who I knew anymore, who I knew. It was what I knew. And no one would, I couldn't call nobody and be like, hey, can you tell me that I'm gonna do a good job today? You know what I mean? It was about me, right?
Yeah.
And I fucked up, you know? And I was intimidated to come out 2,000 people, whatever, 1,000 people with their light phones on, and I had to do something incognito in the background to move around, pieces and props for the concert, for a show. And I'm like coming out, and I'm like, I never done that before at all. Just the fact that I was doing it, and I choked up, bro. You know. Now I stand right here, so many shows in Vegas with you, one of my good bestest friends right here, man. We've been chilling. Fucking awesome, bro. Awesome for real, bro. You do a great job. I really appreciate it. And yeah, just dude, I would talk about this in there, and And yeah, I don't want to be too long-winded, but to me, I want to talk about today. I think the episode's about dreams.
Dreams, yep.
And yeah,
Um, I recently had a conversation with a young lady that did some time in prison, and she she suggested for me to have more people that have been incarcerated that that have come home from a life sentence, and what she wanted me to do was focus on what are some of the things that you stumbled on that you never anticipated when you came home, that somebody that been out for a day, a week, a month, that maybe that you could guide them with.
I'll say you don't want to get me started on the relationship thing because you should definitely, um, I'll keep it PG-13, okay? Um, you should have no business giving yourself to anyone else but yourself when you get out. You should give yourself that. If you're a woman, you like men, you like women, you like men, you like men, it doesn't matter. That's there. You're gonna get that. But when it comes to sharing and when it comes to like what you're building, it's best to do it by yourself, bro. Because you know what? I didn't do it by myself. And when the shit hit the fan, we're talking about it, I was in a hotel. I was in my car, right? Because I didn't have credit. Because I had never got an apartment myself. It went through her. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't even think about establishing that because I was already picking up trying to live a life. When I should have just been trying to live my life. So that's the number one thing. Number two, bro, is just save. Save your money, bro. Fuck those Jordans. Straight up, bro. Fuck those Jordans. Find a deal. You can find them cheaper. But fuck that shit. You don't need that shit. What you need is to get somewhere you call home. Even when you rent your first apartment, it's gonna take you 6 months to almost a year. And one day you're gonna walk in and it's gonna finally feel like you're home, dog. That's what you gotta strive for. It's gonna take you some time, dog. Because this is not something that's normal. Okay? You gotta build towards that home for you. And then you can think about other things. That's just my thing. For each his own.
So you mentioned something right now. You mentioned credit. At this point now, have you been able to establish something like getting credit cards and things like that to help you be able to get an apartment or buying a car?
Man, most definitely. Well, my credit was very good and then it was very bad. But I worked, I kind of just, right now, I pretty much do just a credit card, just to kind of have a lifeline. Because I put myself in that hole, right? But that's the thing, when I would keep it, if I would have kept it simple, and I opened up my, check cashing, my checking account, I was starting to put a little money in savings, and then my credit was getting better. I got my phone, You get a little tablet, and you start to build your credit, Macy's, whatever little credit cards you get, you start working it.
Yeah.
But I was trying to live that life. And obviously, what did I do? Get the credit card. Right?
Yeah.
But most definitely now, it's like, if you don't have good credit, you're not going to get an apartment. If you don't know that, I mean, you got to have a good job, a good credit score. If not, you're homeless. So that's the thing. To don't put too much on your plate, and don't hurry up to pay bills. The less bills you got, keep your phone. You don't need a lot of shit. Just keep it simple, man, for 6 months. Don't hurry up to pay bills, because trust me, when they come, it's a wrap. I mean,
Let me ask you something. What type of bank account do you have? Do you have like a bank account with a major branch, or did you when you came home, did anybody tell you that probably one of the best type of bank accounts that you could have would be opening up with a credit union because they're free?
yeah, I know, and they give you good loans as well. No, that's a good way. I mean, but also to build your credit, you want to go through the bank, right? That's
Yeah.
the other part. Yeah, they'll give you good loans with nice percentages, and you can pay them off, and it's great. But then the bigger pie is the checking and the savings. Like for me, I mean, I don't want to mention the bank, but yeah, it's a major bank. But still having a little savings and having your checking there helps you, to get the other shit going. In
Yeah.
that sense. But no, the credit union is great. Yeah.
And did you ever have any issues as far as being able to establishing yourself, like with your social security card, ID, birth certificate?
No, I think everything. Well, my parents had my birth certificate, my social security, so at least I was good with that. And the license and the ID, yeah, that came. When you get to traditional housing, that's the first thing you gotta get. So they take you to the DMV, and they make sure that you get all that. Yeah, and I was blessed to have that opportunity as well. So
Have you ever heard any stories of anybody, coming home from a long stretch and having their identity stolen?
no,
No.
no.
Okay.
But I
Okay.
wouldn't surprise him. And I wouldn't surprise him that it's his own family. You know what I mean? That sold it. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I've read too many books, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah. But,
And so when you come out, you suggest for somebody to, if they're able to come home single, is that something that I'm kind of picking up on?
bro, yeah, man. I learned the hard way because I'm a stubborn guy. So I wanted to learn myself. But yeah, I mean, I know I have a couple of good friends, and marriage is difficult. They're very good friends, and they married their wives like while they were inside. Now they got children, they own a home, you know what I mean? And they're doing great, But I think it's like everything, marriage just takes work, it's not all fucking rainbows and unicorns, right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's that bond, that you got each other's back, and that's cool. That's cool, especially once children come in. But for me in particular, from what I see, that I look at where I'm at. Just look at where I'm at. I've been out 3.5 years. Like 3 years and like 7 months. Go ahead.
Do you think if you had kids right now, do you think you would be at where you're at right now?
No, I don't think so. I would be happy because I want kids. But I definitely couldn't take a tour for 2 months and leave my kid. Like, come on. Because he would have been young, or she would have been young. Definitely. And again, if I would have had a spouse, um, like I even see that. Like, relationships are difficult. You're done. You're not home. And imagine all the extra stress and the mind I would have to put into this relationship, but I'm still on a tour because this is my job and because I love what I do, right? And I love everybody that's on there. It's fucking awesome. But I could have never done it if I was married. Not with this, the experience I'm having. I couldn't.
Um, how come you didn't get a job like working in a halfway house or being a counselor? Um, you're living like a fantasy. I would say what's the difference between you and the guy that comes out and it's either like being a counselor or they're still staying in that realm of of rehabilitation.
But I tried. I interviewed for one job at a nonprofit, and I did come up short. But you know why? Because I wasn't passionate about it. I'm just being honest. Something about, I don't know if I was nervous or like what, but at the end of the day, it was a blessing, that even though I felt it, because nobody likes to come up short in anything, right? I still understood that that wasn't for me. That's why I didn't get the job, right? That's why I didn't get that job. And I didn't do the regular stuff because I don't know. I'm just a dreamer. I, I, I just, I just believed in my heart that I can write, and then I believed in my heart that I can make a difference in a different way. And what I do could not be done without the people that counseled me, right? That made sure I got back in time. That in one way or another, I thought I was being slick sometimes, but they were just looking out for me. You get what I'm saying? That weren't transitional homes, that are counselors, and that still work right there because they're solid, bro. That works for them, and that's fucking respect the shit out of that, bro. Like, no mames, who would do that, right? Serio. Like, that's why it's up to us to do it, right? But I had like this thing in my heart that I was like, nah, I'm gonna do it like a movie. Like, I'm gonna share messages in other ways. You know, I can do it. That's it. I just thought I could do it. And I feel that shit. I still feel it today. And and those things started to fall like into place. Like, they started to fall into place, huh? I was saying to I can share this. I mean, I was sharing to the team members yesterday, as a matter of fact, right here on the strip, and and I was saying, hey man, you know, bullshit to the side. I didn't believe I had a bunk on that bus, bro, on that tour bus. Like, I honestly, until the motherfucker took off, until I was on that bus, I went on the freeway, and I said, oh shit, this is real. I'm on the tour, like straight up. You know, not because I didn't think I deserved it or didn't deserve it, or I didn't think I was good enough. Nah, it was just like, come on, like, it's a lot. It's a lot. And you're on the bus, you're like, damn, it's real. Fixing up my bunk, bro. You know, back in the bunk, and I'm there. It's like, to me, it's just like, just show up, do what just do it. Fuck it, take it in the chin, let's go. I had my, I stumbled, bro. Some character shit too. Like, when it was shit I should have just took it, bro, and grew. I fought some of it sometimes, and that wasn't straight. But I also knew I was like, I didn't. It's a different. What I say, every level has different devils,
Yeah.
right? That was my devil, you know. But look, gracias a Dios, ahí estamos. And
So let me take you back. You know, when you were on the prison yard, and I'm sure you were dreaming about being out here and the things that you wanted to do, and you would share with the fellas like, hey, I'm gonna go to Hollywood, or I'm gonna be a producer, or you were having those type of conversations. What do you think helped you excel and get to where you're at right now?
it was damn. It was damn. I love that question, en serio. It's like my boy Eric, Jesse, DeAndre, rest in peace, right? He just passed away like a few days ago. Um, there's these dudes that heard my shit. Victor Flores, Gilbert Davila, my best friend. I was in the cell and I was like, I'm gonna win an Oscar. And they're like, motherfucker, you don't know how to write. And they did it. And they did it. But I started, you know? And they were my cellies. And I told them, and they heard all my shit. I know I'm sure half the shit they ignored it. But I didn't give a fuck. That was my only audience, and they were gonna get it. You know what I mean? And I was blessed to fucking have them, and I still have them. And it's thanks to them that they allowed me to exercise that fucking dream. And they didn't shoot me down. And that's where it started. And it was just being honest. And I know I got laughed like a motherfucker. I know there was a bunch of motherfuckers. I know that. It's all good. I remember when I was those guys too. It's all good. It's part of the process. Fuck it. And I just said what I was gonna say. Fuck it.
What would you say to a family member right now that they have a loved one that's on the verge of coming home, and their loved one is like sharing a dream that's maybe out of this world. Like they don't want to go to work. They don't want to be a welder. They don't want to be a forklift driver. They want to maybe start their own company. They want to dream. They're dreaming big. What do you think a family member could do to, to support somebody that has a dream like that?
You know what I was thinking? You're asking a question, but it might be kind of controversial. But it's like kind of like you're coming out of like a closet type of thing, right?
Yeah.
You're like standing up to your family to tell your family like who you really are, right? And who you really are, they can't help it. Because if they would be able to help it, you would have been good to begin with, huh? You would have never been in a dark place, right? I don't know. I'm being respectful not to use that example, because I know a lot of people suffer through that shit, and that's fucked up. Because everybody should deserve to be who the fuck they are. Boom, that's it. But in that same way, if you don't conform, if you're not gonna wear the shoes your family asked for you, like, come on, bro, you weren't trying to wear them to begin with. Why do you think the fuck you ended up in prison? Don't you think those shoes don't work for you? You should stop thinking for him. Let the person do what he needs to do and just know you got his back. As long as they're not killing people or doing drugs or selling drugs, and you don't know if they're doing that. But if they're not doing that and you see them happy, let them live their life. You know what I mean? I think that, I don't know. I just think it's, you're free.
And the reason I asked you that question was because not only, the people like you have dreams, your family, your wife, your girlfriend has dreams for you,
exactly.
But they might be different type of dreams.
I'm gonna tell you this saying, I had it on my wall in prison, I have it in my office in my house. It says that on the road to success, you're gonna break hearts and strain relationships. And the first hearts and the first relationships you're gonna strain are your family. When you wanna do what you really wanna do, that's the first thing you're gonna run into. And you're gonna have to be able to accept it. You just have to write it out. You gotta allow yourself to it's gonna sound, people are gonna be like, oh, ungrateful maybe. Oh, look at this dude, his mom or dad or brothers or sisters or kids or wife were there for him all the time. And look at him now, he got out and he just dissed everybody, right? But you don't understand, again, that's what I'm saying. The less people that you're gonna break their hearts and strain relationships with is the best way to get out. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Less damage.
Yeah.
Because if you're really gonna get out and do something and be successful, it's obvious, unless your family has got it like that, or if there is, fucking chingon. But most chances are, if you're locked up, your family don't have it like that. So you come out, you're gonna do something that your family obviously is not doing. They're not exercising these things that you're trying to bring into your life. Before you include anybody, you gotta go find your tribe. You gotta go find the people that wanna do what you wanna do. And your family sometimes can't help you. Your best friend that wrote you for 20 years, he can't help you either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you gotta go find your tribe, find a way to start working and milking that, right? And then live off that, if you can make it, right? And then find a way to come back and still, of course you got gratitude, it's your family, they're there for you. But you have to find your tribe. If not, then what the fuck is the point that you suffer all this time? For me, it's like honoring your suffering, right? If you honor your suffering, honor it by doing what the hell you want to do.
So what are some tips that you could share with somebody that wants to get from point A? Because what you did was you got from point A to point Z.
Not yet. Not yet.
But you're getting there. Like how was it that you were able to break into the industry that you're currently working in? Obviously, I don't think you had any connections prior to you coming home. So how were you able to get to the point that you're at right now?
No, then I want to say back is like, I say everything like with a lot of passion, right? And it could be polarizing or it could be like, oh, this motherfucker. But and to answer your question, I don't know. I really don't know. I just know that, I just know that, the universe or God, or whoever, you know, I just believe that if I ask for what I wanted, that I would get it. And then I learned real quick, within a year and a half, that I shouldn't ask for a lot because I started sipping up. I started drinking. You know what I mean? I started smoking a lot of weed. I want to be with women. I got divorced, right? I got a lot. It wasn't a lot. I'm talking about hundreds of thousands. I'm talking, fat checks. I was getting fat checks. Boom. You know what I mean? There's a reason, like when you get out, they say in transitional housing, don't get a car for 6 months. It says you can't have a car, but motherfuckers want to go park it around the block, right? You know why? Because you damn well know that you're gonna roll by where you grew up at. If you lived in LA or you live in Frisco, and that's where you're staying at. You fucking know that you're gonna start going to places because you can. But if you're on the bus, you can look down the street, but you can't go down the street. There's no reason for you to go in. That's what I'm saying. That's the things. I'm answering your question. Those are the things that I held honor to, that I had no business being right there. Because se supone que that's not me. The whole point of this whole shit is that what I was doing right there wasn't me. I was suffering through that. I was there because I had a broken fucking heart. You feel me? That's why I was there. What the fuck am I gonna go there now? And that's the point, that you gotta be on the bus. That's certain things that are to fucking save you from yourself. Because you need it. You know what I mean? And those are the things that I believe that I still continue to do, even in the things I do now. It's still the things that save me. You know what I mean? Yeah. I gotta get my ass up and I gotta do this job and I gotta feel good and I love it. But there's other things that save me. That I need to go walk, or I need to go talk to somebody, or I need to call my mom. You get what I'm saying? I still need to stay true to those things. And I think that's how I got right here.
So when you say like that you go visit your mom, you take a walk, and is it help you? Does that help you like normalize, like be or feel normal per se? Or
honestly, well, I'm a loner at heart. I believe I'm a loner. I want to trip. I'm going all over the country. I want to explore. I want to find a way to fucking begin to feel what I'm really living. Because that's been my biggest struggle. To enjoy the journey. And I'm trying to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just, bro, it's been 3.5 years. I'm telling you. This is all a process, dog. You know? But I don't push it, but I'm allowing myself. There's all these things, we're talking about it earlier. There's all these things, bro. Like I sit there, you're telling me, hey, look where we're at. We're having a beer, Two grown men, chilling, happy to see each other, had one beer. We're chilling, we're like, hey, bro, right here, this nice ass hotel, the Cosmopolitan, and this nice ass bar. And he's like, bro, 4 years ago, no, never. And we're just chilling, and I want to feel it. I want to feel it more.
But the reason I brought up the 4 years where you were at 4 years ago, because you could have easily been somewhere else if your mindset would have been on some other stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
You're here because you wanted to be here, because you could have just conformed to being in prison for the rest of your life and have the CDCR, take care of you.
Yeah.
But you were like, Chales, nah, hell nah. Like you fought. You're not here by accident. You did, you took steps, you worked on yourself, and you were able to convince the board of parole that you were suitable to come home. Not everybody could do that because there's people in there that are like, they want to be in there for whatever reason. You wanted to come out because you were in the CDCR when there was a point in time where life meant life. You were never going to come out.
I remember that. On my first celly, I had 7 in life, and he had been down like 18 years. And I was like, dude, I got like 38 to life or whatever. There's no way. You can't just let that go. And oh man, I got this story. Like a year in that prison in Centinela, there was a dude I kicked it with. And when I was going to school, he was in the gate in the corner. Like when you go to like R&R, like visiting. And he had like this little brown folder. And I was probably high or drunk or whatever because I was on something every day at that time. And I like passed a little gate. And I'm like, ¿qué onda? How you doing, And he goes, oh, where you going? Medical? ¿Vas al médico? He said, no, where are you going? R&R. And he goes, no, ya estuvo. What do you mean? He goes, no, para la casa, I'm going home. I remember that I was going to shake his hand, bro. And for some reason, I stopped myself. For some reason, I felt that, like, I couldn't even get close to him anymore. Like, that's fucking, like, you know what I mean? That's what I thought about that. Like, I wanted to stay away from it. Because I just thought it wasn't for me. And I was okay with it.
So what changed? Because at one point you were ready. You were ready to be there for the rest of your life. What happened that you were like, no, I want to go home. I want change. I want something different for myself.
I guess I was just bored on another level. I was bored of getting high. I was bored of getting drunk. I was bored of being right there. I was bored of talking about the same shit. I was bored of sports. But I wasn't depressed. I thought I was depressed. But I wasn't depressed. I was just bored. And I found the vacuum. I found where to put my energy. And of course it was different. But I was just bored out of my fucking life. And I didn't have the courage to kill myself. I never thought about it like that. But maybe some despair creeped up in a way. And just me being stubborn, I started reading and started writing and started doing all that. But yeah, that was it. I was just bored of the same shit.
And how many years had you already been in?
15.
15.
At that time. Yeah. It's like, dude, like, do that sell dope, right? The dude that sells dope. What are the stories? You take a few laps, you talk to the guy that's gonna get the shit in with his girl or with a cop or whatever, however the hell he's gonna do. You walk around the laps and everybody's looking at you and you feel all special. You get what I'm saying? I'm just being super fucking honest because I did this shit for years, right? And then Saturday comes and you're waiting for that shit, right? She shows up or not, whatever. Sunday comes, it comes, whatever. You break it up, give it to him, you play that game. You know what I'm saying? How many conversations can I have with this dude? Like, seriously. Like, how many shots of dope or joints can I smoke with this dude that's gonna make me feel any better? Like, this shit is boring, dog. Right? Like, I didn't want that fool. I don't know. It's just like my way. I don't want you to say it like in a disrespectful, belittling way. Because I know people raise their children off that shit and pay mortgages with that shit. Whatever. It's cool. For each his own, handle it. But for me, it's like, bro, like, there's only so many times that the girl crashed her car and she can't pay the bill, or, you know what I mean? She lost her job, or, you know what I mean? it's like, dude, that. At the end of the day, for me, I just didn't want to have the same conversations over and over again, and I failed many times. Trust me, I was a lot of the other guy too. You know what I mean? Trust me. You know, both sides, right? And it comes together. It's part of the sandwich, right? That's how the sandwich comes.
Yeah.
And I did it. I got bored of it, to a point that I would do a shot, or I would smoke a joint, or I would drink some Pruno, and it wouldn't even get me drunk or high. And I thought there was something wrong with me. But you know what it was, bro? That I was already putting in the work, and I was already healing. And once I started healing, he still couldn't do nothing for me no more, because it wasn't a medicine. I didn't need that medicine. I didn't need the heroin. I didn't need all that other shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because I was already healing. And I swear that shit, I would do a fat ass shot and they wouldn't do shit. And I was like, yeah, hold on. And it was just, that's the power that we have, fool. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what did it. You know, it's that, you know, the work, the insight that we're talking about, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Man, that's deep right there. A moment ago, you mentioned that you wanted to travel. Have you been anywhere that you want to share with us? Have you seen any part of the country?
Man. Yeah, I've been blessed to go across country a few times since I've been out. This time in the tour, man, I don't know. I've been to, man, I don't even know where to start. Serious. Oh, everyone from Texas, Dallas, Austin, North Carolina, Des Moines, you know, Boston, the New York State Fair, New York City, Chicago, Denver. Man, just so a lot. San Francisco, original San Francisco. Then I get to fly home, see my family, you know, in between when there's days off. So it's that kind of life, man. Just get your backpack, jump on the fucking plane, and, you know, go back home, do what you need to do. Mostly rest, you know. And yeah, I mean, it's a fucking badass experience. And like I was saying to James, I was like, it's hard work. It's hard work to bring down equipment, put up equipment, set up lights, bro. And, you know, and on top of that, to be responsible to make sure everything is where it's supposed to be, and the show looks the way it's supposed to be, you know, and that the person that believes in me is happy. The person that gave me the shot loves the way her show looks. It's her show, bro. And it's my job to fulfill what she needs and what she wants, right? And that's fucking stressful, man. I need to take a walk. You know what I mean? You feel me? I need to go get a bite to eat somewhere down the street. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't need to see the line sometimes of all the people that are gonna come in, you know? Because they have no idea who I am. I always hide my badge and stuff. You know, I never. But and then I mingle with them. I think that was a good connection, and I shared that with Snow. I said, hey, you know, one of the things was that I would go out and I would hear people talking when they were getting in, just like a fly on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would engage a little bit, and I would say, oh man, you came. Like, how was the show when you came? Like, what did it have? And I said, well, I hope you enjoy the show. She brought like treats. Now, I'm sure you're gonna like certain things. And then being able to see them, you know, just on fluke sometimes, right? Like at the merch line or something, you know, people that stay a little longer. And then they're like, hey, oh my God, right? And then I started to be like, oh shit, like it matters, right? Like these people, the most important people in our life, which are the fans. Like, you don't know, they get babysitters, they took the day off work, they travel, they could have planned this months ahead. This could be like their only thing of the year. because they could be struggling, you know what I mean? So they're gonna take their time to show up, to watch us do our thing. You gotta come through. And I needed, and I started to understand that, like at that level. And to me, that changed the game for me. And I was like, yeah, you know, that's why I go out there, I look, and then I just say, okay, cool, let's do it. And every day, bro, it's a variable, something different. Something happens. It's a bigger stage, a smaller stage. Some lights are fucking up sometimes. They gotta fix them last minute. There's something, bro. Something. Something. Mostly me. I fuck up all the time. Right? But yeah, it's like, and it's like, it's me. It's on me. That's what I say. It's on me.
Yeah.
You can't be like, oh man, that guy fucked up, or like, oh man, that. Nah, it's me. You know what? We know what they do. They're gonna live my way, and I gotta be like, I gotta fix it, or what the fuck do I need to do? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I would have never been able to do this if I didn't have that support. You know, because like I say, in some corny ass way, I look at my boys that are still right there, the guys that are still out, that are now out, that we share suffering together. That my goal is like to give them employment, to do something to where like we give employment to them and their families, to get to a point to when the guys come out. It's not about going to a traditional housing or I'm getting grant money. Nah, no, no. It'd be something that you could just boom, come. If you have the skills, do it.
I like that. I like that you're helping in your own way. You're not helping in the traditional way where you're counseling them or you're trying to set them out with resources. You're going to be the resource.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of people that do it though.
Yeah.
There is a lot of people that
Yeah.
do it, really. And some people form nonprofits or they form different things, right? Um, but good people are everywhere, bro.
Yeah.
You know, good hearts are everywhere. I know that. I'm a beneficiary of that. That's really why I'm here with you. So, but to be able to really like, I don't know. I definitely know that yeah, we have to change. We have to change that cycle. You know, I mean, it's never gonna go away completely, but at least being able to have a few people that do um, want to dare to fucking, you know, dare greatly. Right, that book, one of my favorite books, dare greatly. That that there'll be something that they could like come and get along. They want to do this project, I do. You know what I mean? Something. And to have that support and to be like, hey, you know what? People really do believe in me. Right? I had the buddies that believed in me in there, and then when I got out, there would have been some other crazy motherfucker too, just like them, that would have believed in me. But in the real world, right? When we talk about it, there's another kind of belief, you know? There's another like, you know, I'm gonna take you right here. This is where I say some people go with you, and some people bring you places, some people take you places.
Yeah.
Right?
I have to put that on a shirt.
Right? So that's the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
It's like to find your tribe, you know, and there's that tribe that's gonna fucking, and if you fuck up, fuck it. You know what I mean? It's not the end of the world. You're not fucking up your credit, not doing whatever. You know, you come out ready, you go to school, get a fucking degree or whatever. Just know a little bit of a lot. I don't have a degree. I didn't go to college like that. I did like 2 semesters maybe. I did a lot of classes on my own because I wouldn't get into the coastline or, you know, the college.
Yeah.
I wouldn't get in, but I would still read the books. And I would still do it on my own because I was bored, because I wanted to do something different. And I was in the shoes, so what the fuck else can I do? Right? But thanks to that, I was still able to like, get the knowledge and I learned some shit. So I learned a little bit of a lot. So you don't need to have a degree. But I mean, if you come out and you're prepared, hey, that'll open up more books for you, right? Because it is a good calling card to come out and have, you know, your shit. Definitely. Definitely it'd be a lot easier. But you know, it's man, it's crazy.
Let me ask you. So earlier on, you mentioned that you visited a few different places, within the United States. If you could live anywhere that's not LA, what would be your ideal
That's a
place?
messed up question. Man. You can't ask that. No. Nah, Nashville. I like Nashville.
Nashville,
For some
Tennessee.
reason, yeah. I like it's like greenery. Like a lot of greenery. It's super laid back. It's pretty cool. I feel peace like right there. The times I've been there, I feel like pretty good.
Top two places that you ate food at.
Well, on this tour, I'm gonna name one: New York pizza.
What was the name?
New York pizza,
New York pizza.
just pizza in New York.
Okay.
It's. I think I went a day I ate breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Well, pizza in different spots though, you know. And then one time that I did come across the country, the crab cakes in Baltimore. Oh man, changed my life. Man. Yeah, so those two right there, Baltimore crab cakes and New York pizza.
What are you playing? What's on your playlist right now on your iPhone?
Corridos. I got corridos. I got this good one. It's called Consejos Gratis. If you look it up, I don't know who sings it yet, but it popped up on my thing. It's pretty good. Yeah, that like some good old school rap, some rock. Throw some Adele in there sometimes on the walk. Yeah. Gotta cry a river sometimes. Yeah, a little bit of everything.
And if anybody's watching this and they're not from LA, what's the best taco place in LA?
Ooh, you gotta go to Tenampal on First Street. It's a scratch kitchen. Born and raised in the hood, in East LA. The guys, super cool people. Bro, they got the best smash burger. Man, you gotta go right there. And tacos too.
Hell yeah, hell yeah, man. What's a message that you would want to put out for somebody that's on the verge of coming home, or they just came home, or maybe they're, in their cell right now and they come across this video? What's something that you would want to share with them?
I think my boy Victor Flores, he gave me this consejo on the phone. When I tell you, it was my brother right there. He said, hey, bro, when you get out, you're gonna see fools that have a Mercedes, or they got like some badass Jordans, or like a gold chain, or a badass girlfriend, or wherever they live at. He said, don't never measure your success by other people's things, regardless of how long they've been out. Don't never measure yourself with anybody else. And I said, all right. And when I got out, I went to some places and you see them. You see a nice car, you see some fools with chains. One thing I got, James, and maybe it's a curse, I pay attention. I pay attention. A little slow, but I pay attention. And some of these motherfuckers, they ain't living legit. These motherfuckers are fucking making moves. That's why they got that shit, right? Or their family is rich. But again, if they were rich, why your ass was locked up that way, right? This is logic, right? And then you look at the character of people. You say, okay, si este güey es cierto, I mean, if this guy is true, that he has the Benz or the Audi, but when he talks to me, I look at his character. You get the vibe. I don't think it's very legit. Because the way you are doesn't seem that professional to weigh that car. Again, you're paying attention. That right there was golden, bro. Because I never feel the pressure. And I know who I am, because I like nice shit too. Right?
Yeah.
But I needed to know that.
Yeah.
And that's what I wanted to say.
Hell yeah. Man. Well, hold up. I'm gonna make one quick appearance towards the end. Man,
Oh yeah, snapshot. We're gonna get a picture too. All right, come on.
that's right.
And, hey. Okay, so we'll take a picture. There you go. Bam.
There it is.
There it is. Look at the picture. Does it come out?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Hey, well, Ignacio. Hey,
Thank you, my friend.
thank you,
I
man.
appreciate it. Thank you, man. Thank you for joining me out here.
I appreciate
And
it.
tomorrow we have the concert. So I don't know, you guys. We're not gonna make no promises, but he'll be there, and then he'll be able to give you an update before and after the
Yeah.
concert, and then he'll keep you updated. Hopefully, I don't fuck up. Primero Dios, no, todo va a salir bien.
Hey, so, you know, so what I got from your message was this, that your dreams can happen.
Yeah.
You just have to put that effort and that foot forward.
Yeah. And don't be afraid of being different. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid of speaking your mind. And don't be afraid to being honest with yourself. Like, it's gonna be hard, but don't be afraid of that from day one. You know, just be fearless.
Yeah.
Just be fearless, bro. Just be fearless. And trust me, like, once you get past a little bit, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. God's good.
And you're living proof. You're living proof of, you had a thought and you could have stayed there, but you're out here with me now. Any shout outs? Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Man, to Eric, to Jesse, to Victor, Gilbert, to you, for your hard work. And the merch is coming. Right?
That's right. Hell yeah.
It's coming soon. Yeah. And to anybody, bro, that wants to dare greatly, anybody that wants to live a fearless life and come out, come out like God sent you there. Like, don't come out thinking like you don't belong. Just come out believing that you're here for that right reason, and everything's gonna fall in place. It's gonna fall in place like magic. So that's it, man. Take care of yourself.
That's right. Gracias, Ignacio. Like I said around here, life's like a candle. Once you blow it out, it's lights out. And with that, we're out.
Yeah. Whatever size. What size do you?
Extra large.
Extra large?
What size do you wear? Large. Yeah.
Hey, I'm introduce you. Hey, Diego. James.
Hey, how's it going, man? Nice to meet you.
Hi.
That's my wife, Farah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You are gonna take a little break?
I'm going to take a shower.
There's a shower in here too?
Yeah.
You guys have showers?
Yeah.
No, but that's part of the everything. Like, on the bus, we get to certain venues. Like, if we're doing what we did, 6 shows back to back. So you do a show, and then we get done loading up at 1, and the bus leaves at 3. And if it's an 8-hour drive, we get to the next spot. We go in the green room, shower, and eat. Yeah. And then we get right back to work, and then another show, and then you break down, and then keep on going. Because of be able to watch it from up here.
Okay.
You want to have a beer?
Nah, maybe my wife, but it's because I'm on some medication. I just started today, so. I chose the wrong time to start the damn my medication. Yeah.
Yes, we're watching from up here.
Okay. That'll work.
It's just, there's restrooms up here. There's everything. If they give you a hard time, whatever, the restrooms are up there. There's a bar. Go to the shop.
What are you going to do right now? Oh, you're going to be down here?
Yeah, well, I have to go change and put on my black clothes. because I'm gonna be in the back, like moving things back and
Oh,
forth.
you're
Yeah.
fixing the stage?
Yeah.
Oh, with the light and all that. Oh, nice.
Yeah, with the light going over here, your brother, that's a badass dude.
So he set all this stuff up. Like it's like everything's on him. He's the man right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm the one that does the stuff on there. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, with the little pillows and all that.
Yeah, everything, yeah, that, and give me 1 second.
Yeah. Por acá. Yeah, on your right. Thank you. To the left, no? El in and out? It's to the left, no? Yeah. Maybe this way.